Rough? You bet. Sure, I've had my share of tough whodunits, but this one, the case of the kidnapped tiger cub, this one beat 'em all. As I sat in my smoke-filled office, I recalled the questions which had swirled through my head. First, who would stoop so low to steal a baby tiger? Second, why was my office so lousy with smoke when I don't even smoke? Anyway, I had my work cut out for me. That first day when I arrived, Marine World Africa, USA seemed like a great place. Turns out this park not only had a wild menagerie of animals, it had a wild collection of characters, too. Take the nursery supervisor, Bunny Hassenpfeffer. Sure, she was great with the animal babies. Bunny was sweet and plenty naive. Or was she?
I really can't say if I'm naive or not. I don't think I am. I'm not sure what that word even means.
Or take the guy who delivers fish to the park, Rudy Del Fuego. This guy smelled like trouble.
Just give me a minute to wash up, and then I'm gonna knock your block off.
Then there was the park's animal psychoanalyst, Dr. Fritz Katzenjammer. If you ask me, it wasn't the animals, but this nutcake that needed treatment.
Oh, I mean, I got my hands full with all these animals. I got a fruit bat. He's really batty. You know, and I got ducks that are daffy. You want to talk cuckoos? I got real cuckoo birds. Whoop, they could drive me crazy. Wait a minute, what am I saying?
And Stanley Wendell, the park's handyman. He always had plenty of tools, including a few screws loose.
It's neat, huh? I invented this tank and bented the glass so the fish look really neat and the people look really distorted. It's neat, huh?
Or how about the park's resident spiritual counselor, Padre Al Dente? Padre Schmadre. This guy's bell was missing the clapper.
And bless all these Tweety birds, whatever they are, and pray that they don't mess on my clean Padre thing.
And last but not least strange, there was that visiting upper-class swell with his own animal park back in England, Sir Tetley T. Fig Newton.
Well, to tell you the truth, Detective, I don't know you well enough to tell you the truth, Detective.
One of those weird characters would turn out to be the culprit that stole the baby tiger. But which one? Either I would bust this case, or it would bust me. And boy, was I in for some surprises.
It says please print in and out, okay? Okay, thanks, guys. Say, who's your funny-looking friend?
I don't know, I just found her over there.
I was talking to the chimp.
Don't forget to throw that away in the proper receptacle. So, you with park security?
No, I'd just like to dress like this.
Well, it works for me. How'd you like to take me to see your boss, Chris Connery? Oh, by the by, my name is J.J. Pinkerton. I'm a pretty well-known detective.
Okay, Mr. By-the-by. First of all, I happen to be Chris Connery.
Oh, Chris. That would be with a K, wouldn't it? Nice to meet you, Chrissy.
Don't call me Chrissy.
Don't call you Chrissy.
Second of all, I happen to know who you are. You're the big-time, big-city, big-headed detective that finds missing animals. I also know that the park director called you in on this case.
I had to cut short my vacation.
I see, and you got a real nice shirt at Don Ho's garage sale, didn't you?
Hey, I like this shirt.
Let me tell you something else. I happen to be the law around here. If you want to tag along on this investigation, that's okay, but I don't need any help, especially from you, Pinky.
All right. Here's the deal, okay? Ixnay on the inky pay. But get this, Chris. You're in a spot that I wouldn't give to a leopard. Now, you're gonna need my help to find that missing cub and the mug that snatched it. I've seen this kind of thing before. Get pretty ugly. Oh, it starts out small. First a little tiger cub is missing. Then a couple of sea lions disappear. Then your whole herd of elephants gets rustled. Before you know it, this joint here turns into a nice, quiet golf course. You play golf, doll?
Yeah, and this is my course, and this is my case. You play caddy this time for me, maybe I won't get teed off.
You win.
Okay. This is a list from the security gate of everyone who checked into the park last night at the time that cub disappeared.
Mind if I keep this?
Be my guest.
Good. I could use a good clipboard.
Morning.
Oh, not a very happy morning, is it? Oh, hello.
Hello.
J.J. Pinkerton, meet Bunny Hassenpfeffer. She's in charge of the nursery.
Animals just love me. I could be in a pit full of rattlesnakes and not get bitten.
Well, that could be just a professional courtesy.
She loves me. So, you weren't being around here last night when the tiger cub was taken, eh, Bunny?
Oh, well, I have to be available to my babies 24 hours a day. You know, I really shouldn't have favorites, but I guess that little tiger cub, well, I just love him more than anything. I can't think who would take him. Who?
Steady, Bunny. Bunny, when was the last time you saw the little cub?
Oh, you know me, Chris, I really don't pay attention to things like time or clocks or stuff with numbers on it, you know.
Bunny, what time did you leave and lock up?
Oh, sometime before or after,
Bunny, what about this morning when you arrived?
Oh, well, the door was unlocked and he was gone.
Yeah?
I just can't think who would take that little one. Who?
Steady, Bunny. Now, let me ask you, what is that unusual...
Oh, it's my perfume. It's called Charmingly Innocent. My boy, I just got it. I hope I didn't overdo.
No, I think it's charming. I think you're charming.
I think we're all charming. You finished here, Pinkerton? We have some other suspects to check on?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bunny. We'll be back with you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that got us nowhere. Bunny's not the type to hide anything.
No, but her perfume is.
What was that with you and her perfume, anyway?
Look, doll, some detectives have a great eye for remembering faces. Me, I got a great nose.
You've got a great nose for remembering faces.
No, I got a great nose for remembering things that smell bad.
And Bunny's perfume smelled bad to you.
No, but she used too much of it to cover up what did smell bad. Fish. Specifically, the distinct odor of mackerel.
Well, that's strange. None of the animals in the nursery eat mackerel.
Oh?
What's that got to do with a cub, anyway?
Don't know yet. I think maybe we'll follow my nose on this one and track the mackerel.
Come on, let's go fishing.
Right.
Tune in again tomorrow when we'll find out why Sylvia is always screaming on the continuing drama as the tide turns.
Hey, Chris.
Jimmy, this is J.J. Pinkerton.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Jimmy, we're checking into the disappearance of that little tiger cub.
Well, we haven't seen anything here.
But I'll bet you do see plenty of mackerel, don't you?
Mackerel? Sure. They eat tons of it. You guys like mackerel, don't you? Thanks, Bayou.
Wow, that was neat.
Oh, that was nothing. You know, to keep these guys from swallowing anything that might accidentally fall into the pool, we train them all to retrieve. And Bayou, he just loves to retrieve.
Say, may I see that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Just some trash, huh?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Jimmy, did you just get your fish delivery?
Got it this morning. As a matter of fact, Rudy just left.
Rudy. Let me see that security list, Chris.
Well, he's talking about Rudy Del Fuego. He delivers all the fish for the whales and dolphins. You sure he didn't deliver to you last night?
No, Rudy doesn't deliver at night.
Come on, JJ. Maybe we can still catch him.
Right.
Hey, you might want to try down at the Sea Lion Stadium. He's making his delivery now.
Okay, thanks a lot,
Hey,
JJ.
Take care.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey! Ooh.
Hold it. Rudy, we gotta talk to you. This is JJ. Rudy, we're checking into the disappearance of that little tiger cub from the nursery last night.
What about it?
Like to explain what you were doing at the park last night, Rudy?
Well, why should I?
You seemed pretty anxious to avoid us just now.
Was I?
Any reason you might not want to talk with us, Rudy?
I don't know. You want to tell me?
Do you know that you answer every question with a question?
Do I?
Rudy, look at the security list shows you in the park last night at 11:45. That's right at the time that little cub disappeared.
Hey, now you can't pin that heist on me. I was just delivering fish. I was making a delivery, not a pickup, see? Hey!
Rudy, what do you make of this?
The clipboard?
No, the paper.
Oh, gee, I don't know. It looks like some stupid scribbling of that screw-loose shrink out front.
He means Dr. Fritz Katzenjammer. He's our animal psychiatrist.
Say, Rudy, you didn't happen to see him last night, did you?
I don't know, did I?
Rudy,
I told you, the only thing I see day and night is fish. Lots and lots of fish. And the funny thing is about these fish, they don't like it when I stand out in the sun wasting time jawing with a couple of Badinskis. They start to stink. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
Nice man.
So we still have a few more minutes. Let's continue to probe your psyche. So, in this dream, are you always the star of the show? Good. And in this dream, how does the audience respond to you? Very good. And in this dream, is your mother ever in the audience? And how does that make you feel?
Dr. Fritz must be trying to help Artie with his, problem. Can we interrupt a second?
I'm in session here. Who is calling me?
Dr. Fritz?
Dr. Fritz? What a coincidence. My name also is Dr. Fritz.
No, doctor. It's Chris Connery.
Chris Connery is not my name. I know there's a Dr. Fritz in there somewhere.
Doctor, I'm with park security.
Oh, security. Have some trouble?
No, thanks. We've already got plenty.
Dr. Fritz, meet J.J. Pinkerton.
How do you do? May I call you Pinky?
No, never. Ow.
Sensitive. Perhaps you are troubled by the color pink. Maybe as a tiny tot, you had pink eye. Maybe your mother was pink. Am I getting warmer?
Don't you just analyze animals, Doctor?
Well, in your case, I'll make an exception.
Doctor, we're here investigating the stealing of the tiger cub last night.
Oh, that beautiful little tiger cub. You know, that reminds me. When I was a little tiny Fritzy boy back in Vienna, I had a beautiful stuffed tiger. I called him Schnitzy. He was...
Doctor, just a few quick questions, okay?
I don't know. Generally, I ask the questions because that's where the money is.
Doctor, this security list shows you coming into the park last night at 11:30.
You're kidding. What was I doing here? Let me see that. Why, this is an obvious forgery. Someone's trying to pull the wolf over your eyelids.
Well, Doctor, if you weren't in the park, where were you, may I ask?
Yes, you may.
Where were you?
I had to be someplace, didn't I?
Doc, we're gonna need the right answer.
Well, why didn't you say so? In that case, I'll make up a real good one. But first, I have a patient to see.
Doctor, before you go, look at this. What do you think?
Woof, what a beautiful clipboard. No, all I have is this lousy notepad.
Look at the paper. What do you make of it?
I don't know. What do you make of it?
I asked you first.
I'm the doctor.
I give up.
Doc, one last time.
What? I do have to attend to my patient. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, listen. Keep in touch. I think I can help you with that problem. You know, Pinky. Oh, I'll fit you in.
Code 3 emergency, Chris. They want you over at Showcase Theater fast.
Yeah, what is it?
One of the Chinese acrobats?
Yeah?
He was just bumped off.
I don't see anything. Oh, where's the body? The body, the victim, the guy that got bumped off.
You mean the acrobat that had the accident, Mr. Chan? He's right over there.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's nothing, really. Jolene here was just feeling a little frisky. We were getting ready to go on stage, and she saw Mr. Chan out on stage doing his wire act. Well, I guess to Jolene, it looked like fun on a rope. Because before I knew it, she's out there jumping up and down on the wire, having fun, and Mr. Chan got bumped off. Right. Joe, aren't you sorry? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
This is Kirk Loveland. He's Jolene's trainer.
J.J. Pinkerton.
Oh,
Bravo, Jolene. I saw the whole thing from out front. Jolly good show, eh?
This character's #1 on our list.
Jolly good show. Yeah, hello, everyone. And Jolene, you are one in a million. How I'd love to have you in my animal park, yes. But I like all the animals here.
Yeah, you'd probably like to have all the animals here.
Ooh, right you are, Chris, right you are.
we've got to go. We'll see you later.
Thanks,
So
Kirk.
long.
Bye-bye, Jolene.
Bye, Jolene.
Bye-bye.
Sir Tetley T. Fig Newton, meet
J.J. Pinkerton, I presume. Yes, read all about you, my boy, in the papers. The super sleuth of stolen species, a veritable Sherlock Holmes of missing mammals, birdies that flew the coop, errant sloths that slithered south, etc., etc.
Oh, you own your own animal park, I see.
Oh, just a bit of a petting zoo on my estate, you know. I presume you're here to investigate that nasty business of the missing cub.
Right you are, and if anyone has a motive, it would be a visiting animal park owner.
Oh, really, Chris? If you're insinuating... Well, you're simply diddling with the wrong chap.
We're, diddling, huh?
Well, I wouldn't want a tiger cub. Well, they grow up to eat, I don't know, 50 pounds of meat a day. Probably eat me alive at tea. Oh, no, heavens, no, thank you very much.
Then explain what you were doing at the park at midnight when the tiger cub was taken, Mr. Huh? Oh, sure, let's all be in the picture. Come on, Chris. Come on, Mr. Newton. Then, hi. What do you make of this, huh?
Oh, yes, very tasteful. Goes so well with that shirt of yours.
No, the clipboard, the note here. Look like anything to you?
Oh, yes. I think it's the tube.
A tube?
No, not a tube, the tube.
The tube?
The underground.
Ah.
The subway in London. You see, this could be Piccadilly Circus Station, Westminster Abbey, and this is where you change for Buckingham Palace, which is where the Queen gets off.
Come on, Fig Newton, just answer the question. Why were you in the park last night?
Oh, sure. Ta-ta. Oh, heavens. I'd love to stand and chat, but I'm late. I have tickets for a matinee, you see. Mustn't be late for the first act curtain, eh, what?
Ta-ta.
Swell. Oh, let's all be in the picture.
Picture? That's it. A picture was taken in the nursery.
You're right, the security camera and all the excitement. I can't believe I forgot. Come on, I'm going to show you where the security videotapes are locked up.
Right.
Sorry about this whole age thing. Oh, hello, you two. This is Margie, my patient. She's having a little mid-elephant life crisis, but I'll have her snapped out of it or I'm not you-know-who.
Right, well, you keep up the
Okay,
good
see you
work.
tonight. Don't forget.
Tonight?
Margie's birthday party. Everybody's going to be there. She'll be 45 years old. Oh, but you don't look a day over 25, honey bunch. No, come on. Let's go. Oh, those eyes and the trunk and those nails. We'll get them all buffed up and you'll look.
Uh-oh. Something's up. This door should be locked.
What the?
Help me get him up.
Hey. Well, looks like old Figgy's gonna miss part of his matinee. What?
What happened?
Somebody bopped me on the old bean. Bit of a sticky wicket, eh, what?
Sticky. No bump.
Well, what were you doing in here anyway?
Doing in here? I was on my way out of the park. And as I passed this door, I heard some suspicious noises coming from in here.
Well, how'd you get in? This door's always locked.
No. Possibly someone diddled with it before I got here.
Hey, wait a minute. The nursery security tape is missing. Whoever took that cub took the evidence, too.
Well, quite a bit of diddling going on here, isn't there?
What's that sound?
There it is again. That's the suspicious noise I heard before.
Scratching. Maybe the sound of little tiger paws scratching.
Yeah, it's right outside this wall. Come on.
I hope I've been of a little help.
Wendell. It's just you. This is Stanley Wendell, our handyman.
Ah, J.J. Pinkerton.
Pleasure to meet you.
Whoops.
It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. Say, Wendell, we're checking into the disappearance of a missing tiger cub.
Ooh, that's nice.
Wendell, you're always working around everywhere in the park, so we're wondering, did you see anything unusual around the nursery last night? Think hard, Wendell.
I'm thinking. No, I can't say that I did.
Yeah. Say, that's pretty neat, Wendell.
Oh, do you like this? I bet you never saw anything like this before. I invented it myself. It's neat, huh?
What's
See,
this little curve here?
It's got this special. It's a Wendell bend that'll get into places that no other
I like
tool will
that
get
a
into.
lot.
Well, if you like
What
that,
else?
you'll like this. This is really neat. I invented this myself.
I like that a
Guys,
lot.
I think maybe we should talk about Wendell's toys another time.
Oh, all right.
That's funny.
Oh, it's the chimps playing.
Yeah, the chimp's all right, but something's up. I never heard him so excited before.
Well, Chris, maybe we should investigate.
Yeah.
Want to come, Wendell?
That'd be neat. No can do. I have to set up for Marge's birthday party tonight. Sorry. Bye-bye.
So long. Well, that's an unusual toy for the chimps to be playing with, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
Unfortunately, yes.
Liam,
Yeah?
can we take a look at that?
Sure, I don't know where it came from. They found it in the trash and they've been playing with it ever since. Everything's a toy to these guys.
Thanks, Liam.
Yeah.
Well, there goes our evidence, huh?
Yep, I guess we're nowhere, huh?
Well, not yet. Let's see that security list. Well, there's still one more suspect on it. Although from the sound of his name, I kind of doubt he's our criminal. Who is Padre Al?
And so on this beautiful day here on Tiger Island, we bless this beautiful milk they are about to enjoy. And we bless these very nice tiger trainers, and of course the tigers. And we bless this grass that we're standing on, every blade of this grass.
Yo, Padre, could we?
Amen. Can you say amen?
Amen.
All right, boys, let her rip.
Oh, Padre Al, I want you to meet J.J. Pinkerton. He's helping us track the little tiger cub.
Well, bless you for that, my son.
Thanks, Padre. You know, the security gate list has you coming into the park last night. Pretty late, too.
Well, bless those security guards for keeping such an accurate list for you to follow up on. Yes, my work doesn't end at sundown. Bless me now. And that little tiger cub, that was a bad thing done by a bad person. And if you ask me, when you catch that bad person who took that tiger cub, you should string him up or at least put him in a prison cell for the rest of his life. I mean, that would be the fair thing to do, don't you think so?
Padre, what do you make of this?
Well, now I bless this paper, whatever it is, and I ask that all of these
Padre,
papers...
that isn't necessary. We just want you to look at the paper.
Well, the writing's not very neat. It would be nicer if it were neater.
Tell us if you've seen anything like this before.
Well, of course, I'm much too nice to implicate anyone, but if you ask me, I'd say that it looks like a delivery route map. Maybe you should question what's his name? Fish delivery person? The smelly nincompoop? The stinking fish boy?
Oh, Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, the stinking rotten fish boy. Bless him. Oh, well, Mama, look at what time it is. I've got to go. I'm dedicating a new refreshment stand. I have to get over there and bless those corn dogs. Can you say corn dog?
Corn dog.
I'm off. I'm off.
Boy, he sure is off. I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, we seem to be getting nowhere with these characters. I don't know about you. I'm stumped.
Are you?
I mean, Bunny didn't know anything. Or she seldom does.
But she did have that funny smell, didn't she?
Well, what's the point? So does Rudy. He always smelled funny to me. And then we've got Dr. Fritz and Padre Al, bless him. They were both around when the tiger cub disappeared, but I don't see how either of them would be involved.
And that leaves?
Fig Newton, who I always suspected. Is that the way you see it, JJ?
Well, Chris, I got a hunch, but I'm not sure. Not just yet.
Wait a minute. Tonight is our last chance to nail Fig Newton. He's leaving to go back to England right after Margie's big birthday party.
Well, I guess we better make that birthday party more of a surprise party, huh?
Okay, JJ, what's the big surprise?
Well, Chris, if you want to find that out, you're just going to have to be my date tonight. So why don't you powder that pretty little nose of yours and I'll pick you up at 8. Oh, and don't be late.
Olive, why are you so self-conscious? I mean, sure, you're slow. I mean, you're a little late sometimes. I mean, you're an iguana, not a greyhound. Come on, let's party.
Let's see now, have I blessed this table yet? I don't think that I... All right, same to you, amen. Oh, now here's a table I haven't blessed.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, this looks marvelous, doesn't
Hi.
it? Oh, hello, Wendell. How are you?
I bet you'd like some nice grated cheese on that spaghetti and maybe some salt and maybe some pepper, too.
That sounds lovely, actually. Sure.
Look, I invented it. See, I put the cheese in here and all the other condiments too, and they all go down in here and they mix in there, and then I turn this handle and look, there it goes. See, all over your food. There it goes. Neat, huh?
Wendell, that's fine. That's enough.
Terrific, Wendell.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
So long.
Wendell.
Okay, everybody. Now, as you all know, JJ Pinkerton and I have been investigating the disappearance of our little tiger cub. And now JJ has a very important announcement.
There's going to be another little party here tomorrow, which I would like to invite just 6 of you to attend. By the way, attendance is mandatory, so at 9 a.m. sharp, I expect you to be here. At which time I will announce how the tiger cub disappeared and who done it. Rudy Del Fuego. Dr. Fritz Katzenjammer. Bunny Hassenpfeffer. Stanley Wendell. Sir Tetley P. Fig Newton. And Padre Al.
Okay, that's all. And remember, we'll see you at 9 a.m. sharp. Oh, and enjoy the rest of the party.
Well, looks like just about everybody's here.
Yeah, except Fig Newton.
I'm here. I was on the telephone trying to reschedule my flight home. It's such a bloody bother, isn't it? Having to change your travel plans, eh, Doctor?
Oh, are we feeling just a teeny-weensy bit stressed here, Mr. Fig Newton?
Oh, what do I owe you for that brilliant piece of analysis, Doctor, eh?
Okay, everybody, settle down. Fig Newton, take a seat. Rudy, over here.
Aye, aye, little mischievous security.
Right time. This theft might never have occurred if the person in charge of the nursery had been doing her job.
Oh, you take that back!
Hey, I'm gonna pop you, you stinking
Calm
slob.
down. Everybody, JJ here has the floor.
Yeah, well then get going, Mr. Know-It-All, before my fish start to stink out there.
Actually, Rudy, that was my first clue in this case. When Chris and I met Bunny in the nursery, she was obviously trying to cover up the smell of fish by using too much perfume. It didn't take a brilliant detective to put you two together. And on the night of the crime, after checking with the sleeping cub at about 11:45 p.m., Bunny left the nursery. But she didn't leave the park. She walked through the rain to the loading dock, where she had a secret rendezvous with her boyfriend, Rudy. That's why he was here in the park. No, Bunny and Rudy couldn't be bothered that night to steal anything, because they already had their hands full of each other.
Okay, so what's the big deal? So we love each other. Maybe I even love her enough if she asked me, I'd steal a tiger for her. But I didn't, see?
No, Rudy. It wasn't your relationship with Bunny that concerned me. It was Bunny's other relationship.
Other relationship?
Ooh, two-timing him, eh, what?
I'll two-time you. 1-2 pals.
But I didn't. Rudy was my only...
Steady, Bunny.
Then this morning, I got a peek at the confidential employee records. Found something very interesting. 2 employees listed each other as next of kin. Bunny listed Padre Al, and Padre Al listed Bunny.
Oh.
What about it, Padre?
Well, I guess that confession is good for the soul. I'm Bunny's brother.
Ooh.
I thought that it was best not to reveal our relationship. Bunny is so sweet and so innocent, and as her older brother, I feel responsible for her. I thought it was easier to watch over her if everyone didn't know about us.
And you came to the park that night following Bunny to see who she was meeting here.
Yeah, and he wanted to break us up. I didn't smell good enough to be your brother-in-law, huh, Padre?
Quite honestly, I thought you were pond scum. But now that I've heard you say how much you love my sister, I see that I was wrong. My blessing goes to the both of you.
Oh, there, you see? Love conquers all. They make the sweetest couple, I think. Not necessarily the sweetest smelling couple.
That is
but...
not nice. Why don't you ask him why he's always hanging around the nursery with that strange look on his face?
Yeah. Ask him.
Yes, everything about that phony doctor's bloody suspect, if you ask me.
He's a real loser. If there was a contest for losers, he'd be the winner.
All right, Fritz, start singing. What happened?
Oh, Mr. Detective, maybe I should say grace before you eat him alive.
Now quit that! This is developing into a classic case of group hysteria. Calm yourselves. You all need some rest. Nappy time for everybody. Come on.
Fritz here had a motive, all right. I knew it when he accidentally let slip something about his favorite childhood toy. Something traumatic about your toy tiger, wasn't it?
Little Schnitzy, my wonderful stuffed tiger cub. Schnitzy, Schnitzy!
Do you want to talk about it?
Schnitzy, he was wonderful, that tiger cub. He slept with me every night.
And what happened to him?
Schnitzy disappeared. Maybe someone took him. Maybe my brother, he never liked me. Maybe my mother, she hated me.
And you never found that tiger again?
Schnitzy.
Yes. Little Schnitzy. And you've never recovered from that childhood trauma, have you?
He's obviously obsessed with little tigers. He's the culprit.
Don't be ridiculous. What am I, a nut? Anyway, I bought a new stuffed tiger to sleep with. Sure, I went to the nursery to look at him. Everybody did. He was so cute. But I never took him.
No. Dr. Fritz didn't do it.
And speaking of motives, Mr. Fig Newtons, you win hands down.
I always thought it was Fig Newton, JJ.
Oh, now, look here.
Yes, Fig Newton had a motive, all right. Taking a Bengal tiger cub back to his own animal park. Well, that'd be quite a prize, wouldn't it, Figgy?
I don't think a gentleman would answer a question like that.
Then that leaves you out. Gentlemen, my Aunt Fanny. You want me to rough him up?
Steady, Rudy. See, when we were all backstage at the Chinese acrobat show, Fig Newton was still within earshot when Chris and I remembered about the security camera in the nursery. But on the way to the security room, we stopped to talk with Dr. Fritz and Margie. That delay gave Fig Newton the time he needed. He beat us to the storage room, disposed of the videotape, then, just before we arrived, fell to the floor, then made believe he'd been knocked out by someone else.
He got there first and pitched the videotape in the trash where the chimps found it to play with.
Then made believe he'd been knocked out to throw us off track and to cover for himself. I knew it when I didn't feel a bump on his head.
All right, I'll talk. I did steal the videotape and faked my knockout. And I did go to the nursery that night to steal the tiger cub for my animal park. But I didn't steal the tiger. I was too late.
Too late?
He means someone got there just before he did. The real tiger thief.
I'm confused.
Sure. I think we all are, dear.
I was stumped, too. Then I remembered a couple of things that I picked up on in the nursery. This orange thread was stuck in the delivery slot of the door, and the key rack was knocked sideways. At first, I thought this orange thread came from Fig Newton's sweater. Then, last night at the party, something happened that put it all together.
Spill the beans already, will you?
The suspense is killing us.
You see, it wasn't one who committed the crime. It took two. Okay, Kirk, bring her in.
Hey, what's she doing here?
You see, it wasn't an orange thread I found. It was one of Jolene's orange hairs. Then, last night at the party, I saw her going by carrying a set of keys to deliver to someone at the party. In the crowd, I couldn't make out who it was she was taking them to. But whoever it was had trained her how to snatch keys. So, let's all find out who it was that used Jolene as their accomplice to gain entry to the nursery that night. Yes, Wendell's your tiger thief. Thanks, Jolene. You see, after Bunny left the nursery on the night of the crime, Wendell arrived and had Jolene reach in for the keys, knocking the rack off-center. Once inside, Wendell took the cub from its pen and left. A short time later, not knowing of the earlier theft, Fig Newton arrived to find the door unlocked and the tiger's pen empty. Then, yesterday, when he heard us mention the security camera in the nursery, knowing he was captured on videotape, he knew he'd be implicated.
But why, Wendell? Why?
Steady, Bunny.
But I didn't mean any harm. I was only borrowing the cub. The cub's just fine, Bunny. He's at my place.
Wendell, come here. Sit down. How would you like to tell us about this?
Nice clipboard.
Nice clipboard.
Piece of paper that blew into the dolphin's tank after you threw it out.
That's one of my designs for the automatic mechanical tiger cub that I was going to replace the real tiger cub with. I was inventing it.
Oh, we all know how clever Wendell is at inventing things.
Yeah, and this could be really neat, too. See, I knew all about the animals being in trouble. I learned all about the endangered species from working here. And maybe someday I figured there wouldn't be any more tigers or elephants or any wild animals for people to enjoy. And then I got worried that there wouldn't be any more animal parks like this one, or zoos for kids and people to go to learn about animals.
So you were going to invent and build mechanical animals.
Neat, huh? Yeah, but first I needed to borrow the cub so I could study it, because I had to get it just right, you know. But I was going to return it. I was, honest, I was going to return it.
I don't think we should be too hard on Wendell. We can all see his heart was in the right place. But Wendell, we better go get that cub and get it back to the nursery where it belongs. Come on.
Congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
Well done, Doctor.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Well, I really should be going, but who could possibly tear themselves away before we see all the happy excitement of that cub being returned? What a glorious day.
Well, Marine World was filled with joy the day the tiger cub was welcomed back home, and I guess you could say everyone lived happily ever after. Rudy and Bunny got hitched. Padre Al officiated at the marriage ceremony. Things turned out all right for Stanley Wendell. He ended up in England at Fig Newton's new all-mechanical animal park. Dr. Fritz? He went off to Africa to work with a few million migrating wildebeests. He thought they might be trying to run away from their problems. And as for me, well, I'd never forget the case of the missing tiger cub, because it was the last case I would investigate on my own. From then on, it was J.J. Pinkerton and partner.